Hi folks, how are you? I'm Greg from the Evo Seattle store, here to walk you through the process of choosing Alpine touring ski bindings. Alpine touring bindings, AT for short, or randonnée if you happen to be French, are specially designed ski bindings used to access backcountry terrain. AT bindings are used in conjunction with climbing skins to ascend snow-covered slopes. Going uphill, they allow your heels to rise and fall naturally as you stride. When you're ready to point them down and make some turns, the heels lock into position, allowing you to ski using normal alpine technique. AT bindings make for a fast and efficient way to travel through snowy terrain. Here at Evo, we split AT bindings into three major categories: tech bindings, frame bindings, and hybrid bindings. Deciding which kind to get can be a little tricky, and there are inevitable compromises involved. So keep watching, and we'll help you understand your options. First up are tech bindings. These are the lightest of the bunch, typically built with minimalist hardware and a focus on uphill efficiency. They rely on a pair of pins at the toe and heel of the boot and require a boot with special tech fittings built in. In walk mode, the toe pins click into the toe sockets of the binding, providing a natural pivot point and allowing the heel to swing freely. Unlike frame bindings, the heel piece of the binding remains attached to the ski, reducing the amount of weight you have to lift with each stride. Tech bindings range from ultra-lightweight, minimalist models designed for racing to beefier options suitable for more aggressive riding. They're the lightest and most efficient option for backcountry skiing, so they're a great choice if you have big tours in mind or are looking to do a lot of vertical. The trade-off is that tech bindings are not engineered for heavy resort use and have a harsher on-snow feel than other kinds of touring bindings. Most touring bindings are certified to a different standard than Alpine bindings and don't have the same level of elasticity, so they aren't always ideal for skiing in bounds. Frame bindings are essentially traditional Alpine bindings on a thermoplastic or titanium frame. They're on the heavier side of the AT spectrum, but don't require boots with tech fittings, so you can use any boot to ski in them. Frame bindings are durable, offer similar performance to regular Alpine ski bindings on the downhill, and they're also just as easy to use, so there's very little learning curve. Their additional weight means frame bindings are best suited to skiers who only intend to tour occasionally, or those trying to use a single setup for all their skiing. You can simply swap them out for your Alpine bindings, get some climbing skins, and head out, assuming you have the proper knowledge and safety gear for backcountry travel. Hybrid bindings are a relatively recent phenomenon. They occupy a middle ground between burly frame bindings and more lightweight tech setups, combining the uphill efficiency of pin technology with the added durability and elasticity of traditional bindings. Some models incorporate a tech toe piece with a spring-loaded cam-over heel piece, which operates similarly to a traditional Alpine heel piece for added response and elasticity on the way down. Others perform like conventional Alpine bindings in ski mode, and the toes convert to a pin tech system for skinning. Hybrid bindings generally occupy the middle ground in terms of weight, heavier than most tech bindings, but lighter than most frame bindings. Their versatility makes them a great choice for skiers seeking a 50-50 setup to use in both the resort and the backcountry. If you're a more aggressive skier testing the limits of tech bindings, a hybrid binding may be the answer. How do you decide which binding is right for you? It's a tough one. First, you want to think about your own priorities for uphill performance versus downhill performance. Ideally, you want to find a binding that's light enough to enable the type of touring you want to do, but still powerful enough to accommodate your skiing style. Generally speaking, the heavier a binding is, the better it will ski, and the worse it will tour. Lighter is always better going up. Your task in selecting the right binding is to figure out where you are on this uphill versus downhill spectrum. So think about how much time you intend to spend inbounds, how aggressive you want to ski. If you're hitting the resort, riding hard in the backcountry, and only occasionally going on extended tours, the safest and most reliable option will probably be a hybrid or frame binding. If you favor speed and efficiency, dream of floating up the skin track with ease, doing a week-long hut tour, you should probably consider a tech binding. Before you rush out and buy your dream binding, it's important to remember the other half of the equation, your boots. Frame bindings are compatible with all types of boot soles, but you'll need a walk boot on your boots to tour very far. If you're considering a hybrid binding, you'll also need a boot with tech fittings, though some models can be used with Alpine boots on the downhill. If you get a pure tech binding, you'll need a boot with tech fittings and will be typically shopping for a lighter model. If you're shopping for Alpine touring bindings at evo.com, use the filters for binding type as you navigate to find the best bindings for you. If you still need help, our ski experts love talking about gear. Visit us online, in-store, or give us a call. We're more than happy to help. Subscribe to our channel and drop any question in the comments here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out on the skin track.